And you know, at this point here, man, I think it's pretty much clear. Like at this point, it's not only my life, but my testimony and, you know, others' perception of their testimony. And you can see, you know, and with this recording, this is not much I wanted to really cover, but it's like a couple points I want to cover. The first is, you know, of course, this slander and defamation. I mean, isn't it, you know, common sense that if people are stealing from you, you know, stealing and larcening your work, and they have help, you know, from artists, from, you know, structures and you know, justice systems, you know, they have help from injustice systems, you know, to perform larceny, extortion, you know, coercion, racketeering, you know what I'm saying? These are things, negligence, you know, all of it is like one huge cocktail, you know, towards the, you know, the facilitation of this. But my point is, you know, it makes sense they'll call you the worst things, man, if they're trying to steal your stuff. You feel me? That's what they'll do. They'll call you the worst thing, and they do it all totally without your knowledge, overlooking the fact that they've been in your life since you were like 3 years old, you know, illegally, informally, and off the radar, you know, in your homes, and, you know, putting themselves around everything about, you know, in your life. And, you know, it's just like a thorough sabotaging of a person's life, you know. I mean, it's just like common sense. You would think that, you know what I mean, people trying to steal from you, then they're going to call you the worst things ever, whatever it takes to get you destroyed. And we see that now, man. And another thing is this attack, man, that's on my legacy, you know what I mean? Trying to steal my stuff, man, hide it. Get me out the equation so they get all clean with it, you know? Allow everybody that was involved with it constant access to me. Every time I mention it to the whole world, everybody ignores it, and allows more opportunities for these same evil, influential people to stay there. They just stay there on my life. And you know, if you think about it, this is the kind of situation, you can listen to my old stuff, and then, you know, I'm speaking the truth about everything that's happened at that time. I mean, and in the time before that. We're looking at a situation like just not long ago. Okay, I'm gonna say probably last week. You know, I can make a recording. I'm telling people about, okay, these influential figures, you know, they are still stalking me. You know, they working with, you know, they catpaw businesses, you know, into their conspiracy, into their campaign, their scam. You know what I'm saying? To you know, they copulate them into it to facilitate the same purpose that they were already on for the last 3 to 7 years already, for which I already had a steady stream documented, you know what I'm saying, for the last 4 years, for everybody to see, the whole world. And I watched everybody see it because I had the same fame I got now. You know, so it's like, okay, telling everybody, like, hello, everybody. Can somebody help me? You know, these entities, these demonic, Baphomet, whatever they are, obsessed extremists, you know, supremacists, racists, or whatever they are, you know, they're there. They're in my life. They stalking me. You know what I'm saying? They follow me. They track me. They're tracking me through my phones. They using false pretenses to invade my homes all year, every year, even when I'm, you know, not alone. You know, like they just, you know, they obsessed. And the real reason why they doing that is because of my artistic talent, which they are trying to steal. They're using injustices to give them that entrance into my life, and nobody in the world is helping me. And so that's the kind of situation. It's like, so I'm like, hello, these people doing this. And then I tell everybody see, oh yeah, this is real. This is true. You know what I'm saying? This is happening. I mean, I don't know what the solution necessarily is, but I'm pretty sure it's not to allow it to continue anyway. So it's like, okay, these people know that this is happening. Everybody know it's happening. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm still under attack. So, okay, everybody see it. Like, okay. And then it's like, everything dies down. You know, like, I guess people, you know, their attention get captured by something else. And I get attacked violently, you know what I'm saying, in the plain daylight. And it don't take a rocket scientist to understand that it's one of these same people and company or places that's working with these artists and stuff that's responsible for it. And so it's like, nobody's doing nothing about it. Like, they still here pressed on my life. I'm uncomfortable with it, you know, given the things that I've already gone through. It's like slowly they're trying to perform murder on me, and they constantly allow it. And that's the thing. And to this very second, you know what I'm saying, the same cycle just repeat every year, all year long. You know, I just showed you one. I mean, that was just last week. You know, I tell everybody, they were like, yeah, it's true. Then that's it. Then I get attacked. I tell everybody, they're like, oh yeah, this is true. Then that's that. I get attacked. I tell everybody, you feel me? It's the same thing. Like, I mean, this country is Antichrist. This is 100% confirmation, man. They got to get Jesus. They got to get God out of everything that's about this country, man. This is a lie. You feel me? It's not Christian, man. This is not Christian. You're only as good as the top. You know what I'm saying? And everything else fall under that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality. This is not of God, man. And of course, man, so, I mean, of course, that's what you expect, the worst. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the situations. And so they trying to drive me out. They literally trying to drive me out the country since I was born. You know what I'm saying? You got supremacists that, and then they work with people that can be of the same race, but they bet, I don't know, they just, I don't know, you know, they don't love God. Definitely, I know that much. You know, and they also, you know, work towards the same purpose. And it's weird because it's like, well, Dawn, you know, they continuously assist and aid in the sabotaging of your life, you know, all year long, year round. And, you know, it's just like a cycle, you know. That's the thing. So they lie on you. They say they call you all kind of heavy stuff. You know, then they lie on your art. You know what I'm saying? They attack your character, everything. Then call you problematic for defending yourself and use that problematic, quote unquote, label, false label to destroy your stuff with. You know what I'm saying? If you sit there and just, you know, mind your business, they lie and take your character anyway, use whatever they say and whatever they thought of or concocted to destroy your work and destroy your body of work. You see, it's like an attack, you know what I'm saying, on one man for being black. Then all of a sudden, around the same time when that truth or that fact being made manifest, then all of a sudden we got all these other quote unquote similar situations. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? It's like society in general is like we're in the end times. You feel me? We got problems everywhere. There's stuff going on everywhere. All I know is that for the past 23 years, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that leaves me just 3 years of ever experience in life that I ever had. And that's been happening the whole time. You know? And so, I mean, you know, domestic terrorism, all the Constitution, you know, I sat there and watched, like, everything been like just this intentionally, you know, temporized and also exploited in a way. It's like I sat there and watched things be allowed to happen, you know, to normalize that crime in society. You know what I'm saying? But me knowing what I already been through, I knew they was normalizing it for me, for when they did it to me. You feel me? So that's the kind of situation, you know what I mean? There's tons of examples of it, you know what I mean? It's what they do. Like, it's what the Baphomet, I call it the Baphomet. That's what it is. You know, it's the devil. It's whoever, you know, it's collectively a cult, and whoever participate in any of these things are the devil. And they are the Baphomet. You know, they are the beast. I mean, we know their fate, but they don't know their fate. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to be eternal fire. In a lake of fire. You know, forever. All eternity. No rest. And that's all of them collectively, you know, combined. Everybody that's contributed in any way, shape, or form, you know, towards, you know, the persecution of a servant of God and trying to inadvertently, quote unquote, prevent or hinder them from being able to do the work of God, which is not grievance or any of their business in the first place. You know what I'm saying? For under false pretense and things with abundance and a preponderance of information contrary to whatever any type of slander or anything said before they said it, before it was said or was not said it. You feel me? So I mean, you see it's a racial hate crime. So it's like, and that's another thing. Like I'm like, people, they make all these different times. Like, man, with my persecution, you have to put it in the right context. You feel me? Because I mean, if you say certain entities or people, places, or things did this to my life, then you need to look at it accurately. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just a general, like a general label or like, okay, this group or this type of person did. It's like, no, these situations were like the origins were heavily racial based, to be honest. But then it's like some just got in where they fit in, and then that's telling you if you got people that's of the same race that's working towards the same purpose as others, that's telling you, you know, like what that's telling you all you need to know, especially if you of God. You feel me? Especially if you of God and they know you of God. And they know that you know, the things you doing are for the kingdom of God, you know, then that's going to tell you, you feel me? That's like, yeah, I tell anybody all they need to know about the times we live in, man. It's just, you know, just knowing everything that's transpired has been for my detriment. It's hard to, you know, see it no other kind of way. I just got attacked yesterday. You know, I just reported it to the world like the day before that. You see what's happening? Like, and then so they trying to drive you out, or you got to do what they want you to do. These are like the country or the structures are like literally forcing you to submit to the will of people who don't love God. Feel me? And when they know you follow God, what's that? Murder. You know what I'm saying? They're coercing you to people through negligence. And I mean, it's like they don't have power. They can't check. I mean, like, was the rich really above the law? It's an ongoing thing. You feel me? It's an ongoing thing. And it's been happening to me for years. People just not coming around. I don't understand why. The whole time I've been on the scene showing people the truth. People been rejecting God, been rejecting Jesus. It's been a long-standing hate crime. You know, and you know, everything that I said before, I'm in my emotional distress state that I'm in now. You know what I'm saying? That's more important. That's regular too. I mean, what's important is the past just as well as the present. You know what I'm saying? Without the past, there would be no present. You know what I'm saying? That set the ground and the foundation. So the things I went through earlier, you know what I'm saying, was before I even got to this point when I'm emotionally distressed and all this. That's what they intentionally was doing. That's why I was being neglected, because they were trying to create that in me. They were trying to damage me like that intentionally. Intentional infliction through things to distress with the intention of distressing my emotions and stuff. To give me PTSD and things like that. To destroy my creativity. And, you know, negligence was a key factor in it. And I suffered actual damages because of negligence. You know what I'm saying? And I was international in 2014. So imagine the things, how that happened in 2016 and 17 and 18. Just imagine like what's going on there. You know what I'm saying? And it's in God's big old earth, man. It's like it ain't nobody that can like help a person. I mean, I don't know what the resolution would be, but I mean, like I said at the beginning, I mean, it surely shouldn't be a perpetuation of the same thing. Like, I mean, I'm not the smartest, but it's like hard to believe nobody can't do nothing about it, you know? Nobody can't help a servant of the Lord, blameless, innocent. And this been happening the whole time. We get threats, death threats nonstop. You know, get slander nonstop, character assassination nonstop. You know, even more than death threats. You know what I'm saying? They actually come there and they stalk me. You know, places that know I got evidence against them. And they working with these jealous artists that's already been preying on my life from like 7 years ago already. You know, when I didn't even know what was going on, or they had lied on me in order to larceny my stuff, all without my knowledge, with the help and knowledge of awareness of structures who've known about me since I was like 3 years old, because the blessing of God that was on my life got a lot of attention around that time, even though I myself wasn't aware of it. So it's a compounding situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's an intense racial hate crime. Those that's not, you know what I'm saying, that those that's not racial or racially critical, and they got involved in it, I don't know what they were thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's out there. I mean, that's especially if you know it's somebody of God, it's something of God. That's like the uttermost display of ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Either way, the damage is already did. You know? And that was the thing. So all that during that time, everything was being temporized on purpose. I mean, I witnessed it. It happened to me. If it happened to somebody else, they'd be like, oh, it wasn't none of my business. I understand that. But I seen these things being laid out for my life specifically, intentionally on purpose. And they were not shameful about, you know, they were not coy about, you know what I'm saying, letting me know that okay, yes, doing this to you. And so what? You know, it's like, it was always a bragging thing, you know, through all the most intellectual, you know, means. And I was getting intimidated through the press and things like that, you know. And then these influential witches, you know, they just hold around my life all the time, just, you know, always there. Like, I'm like, and who are these, you know, so I didn't even know them. And it turns out they had done lied on me so bad that, you know, they lied on my art and things like that's all they could lie about. You know what I mean? I'm the kind of person where I wouldn't even program with those kind of people. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what kind of heart they have. And this right here is an example of why I would not. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. You know, and that's the thing, you know. But yeah, situations being dragged on purpose to destroy my mind, my life, my love, my happiness, my joy, my peace. Like, everything about me has been under attack for over 23 years. And I'm just 26. You feel me? Like, that's weird. I just turned. I mean, so these are the situations. Like, I mean, I never had a life. I never known a life. I just been a scam since I first came in the world. Not long after, you know. I was like, you know, people seen, you know, they had the dollar signs. You feel me? Like the money eyes jump. Like, they see me, I'm like, oh, blessing of God, destroy everything. I can't, man, what? So I can't do the will of God. Then later it just evolved and got worse and worse and worse. And the whole time I ain't even know it was a water cloud on me. And then the funny thing is, they did all this to me and they punished me, you know, informally, you know what I'm saying, every year, all year long. And it turns out, so I didn't even know what was going on. So who it was they was really fighting was God. You feel me? They was really fighting God. Because, I mean, what can a 3-year-old do? It's their parents you have a problem with. And it wasn't my biological parents, you know, because we all in the same boat. We're just defenseless civilians that need help from being targeted, for being blessed by God. And talent, I mean, me personally, I'm talent, my natural literary talent, that's one of the reasons. And that was the thing, like, I mean, certain people it's just the way people do it, man, so disrespectful. They call you all kind of things and stuff without your knowledge. And, you know, that's like, you know, some heavy stuff. And you ain't no coming back for certain slanders. You know what I'm saying? And especially they do all that stuff without your knowledge, so you don't even defend yourself against it because you don't even know they said it. You don't even know who they are or that they even knew about you. You feel me? And that right there plays into the 23-year-long part of the situation. You feel me? So you got places that already was preying on me like a decade, multi-decade thing. Like, and unfortunate for them, I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? I am that one of God. So you know what that means. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't fix none of that they did to me. They can't give me back those years. They can't bring back certain people. You feel me? They can't do nothing to fix it. It's irreversible. So God gonna avenge himself in an irreversible way. The same way. In his own time. I mean, but they understand though why. You know? And I ain't talking about nobody I get along with. You know, there's people that's authentic. Plenty of women that's authentic, man. I got love tons of love for, you know what I mean? They don't fit into this. They don't fit into this right here, you know, they know I love, like, as far as, like, you know, on those levels like that. Like, nah, they don't fit into this. Those are women, real women, you know, I respect and love. And you got witches who just, you know, insidious, you know, it's just people that just think about themselves, you know, they hate God, they worship mammon. And, you know, it could be the way they was instilled, but either way, it don't even matter because the mind, you know, it's some people that I just know, you know, I don't know them, but I know what they did to me. You know, I know them by their actions. That's all I know about them. It's how they did me, how they treated me. And that's all I want to know. That's all I need to know. You know, to know that I don't want them nowhere near me forever. You know, but that's the problem. There's nobody there to defend me. Like, you know, that's where the structure is supposed to come in to protect civilian rights. Due to the untraditional nature of this crime of my life and the gravity of the situation, then it should be understandable that things like the traditional way was sabotaged. And it was sabotaged on purpose, even partially by the structures on purpose. So think about this. You know what I'm saying? If I can't do things the formal way, which was intentionally sabotaged on purpose, you know what I'm saying? I can't formally pursue justice to, like, get these people away from my life. You know what I'm saying? Because they lying on me in advance, premeditated slander on me in advance since I was young, you know. And it carries over every year, you know. Every year it carries over. They had already thought in their mind they was going to do this to me, you know, for things I could not control, you know. And so that's the thing. You don't get nobody don't really care. But anybody that do care, you know, they can be looked at as enemy of the lands. You feel me? Because they care about the life of innocent, blameless people being crushed with a preponderance worldwide and global, showing the truth of the whole situation. So, I mean, it's a messed up situation. It's a heavy situation. It's a real situation. I just didn't understand, you know. And you got the influential figures, the artists, and, you know what I'm saying? They just, you know, just obsessed with you. Like, I mean, all bad. Man, scam is over, man. Give it up. It's crazy. Nonetheless, my faith still strong. You know, all I've been through. People want to hide that because they can't handle the fact that they did this against somebody who ain't deserve it. You know, you're somebody for following God, and they knew it at the time too. They don't want people to know how truly dark they are. You feel me? That's not my fault, my problem. I ain't pointing no fingers. I just talked about my life, what I've gone through. You know what I'm saying? That's not a problem. That if somebody feel hit by it, then I feel like, well, that's they sus. You know what I'm saying? Take them away. And that don't mean no kind of nothing from, you know, no kind of attack on my legacy or my life because of their actions, which were already, you know what I'm saying, showed to the world where they could have been prevented early. So it's like, well, I mean, that mean I was ignored on purpose so they could finish it and then complete the situation. You know what I'm saying? I was ignored on purpose so they can finish and complete the crime, you know, dish the most damage possible, and then all of a sudden, you feel me, my situation gained relevance. No, man, that is a racial hate crime. Massive. That's an injustice. That's domestic terrorism for no reason. That's larceny, theft, extortion, racketeering. That's negligence. That's somebody trying to literally steal a person's original art and then kill them and silence them. That's literally a country doing that. You know what I'm saying? Structures also participating. You mean to tell me ain't nobody come on. This is a situation against one man. You know what I'm saying? One man for being talented in natural talent and literary art. It's pathetic is what it is. It's very pathetic. You know, that something like this is possible. You know? It's pathetic for something like this to be possible. Well, you know what I mean? Words can't describe. Like, Words can't describe it. I mean, like, who are they? Who were they sending a message to by doing me so horribly? It's like the whole country, like almost the whole country, like structures and influences and just, I mean, you know, it's a wide range of persecutions, and it's like, who are they sending a message to? Because it ain't nobody there's nobody that's a threat to them. Literally. For what they represented and what they stood for was nobody that's a threat to them. It's only one person that they could have been trying to send a message to. Think about it. And who is that person? Jesus Christ.